Welcome to our video series. This one's pretty important because it absolutely kicks off the entire journey of you working with Teespring.com. So we thought, hey, before we really dive into a lot of details, let's just do a general overview video of what is Teespring.com and how does it work. So Teespring.com is crowdfunding for t-shirts. So if you're familiar with Kickstarter, for example, crowdfunding is when you take this group of people, they all put a certain amount of money in, and then something gets done. And on Kickstarter, it may be a project, it may be a product, it may be a movie or something like that. But on Teespring.com, what it is a t-shirt. So a t-shirt is created. All these different people vote with their dollars, put their money in to purchase the t-shirt, and if it hits the goal, then boom, it's printed and it's shipped out to all these different people that invested in it. And there's a standardized cost per shirt, and this kind of depends on the number of colors since the majority of them are screen printed. So if you have more colors in your design, probably going to have a higher cost. But to offset that, if you have a higher goal, say 50 or 100, that's kind of a volume break, so you'll get a lower cost that happens for these different people. So it's the idea of the more people that buy, the better off you're going to be in the long run. And the beauty of it is you get to pick the profit margin. So for example, this was $10 as a cost, and then all of a sudden you can select the retail price of 15 or 17 or 20 or $30 or whatever it is to you. You get to make the middle. You determine the profit margin. And this is something that's very different that hasn't been done. And if it fails, you didn't find all these different people that wanted to invest in your shirt, then you're charged nothing. Nothing happens. It just finishes and it was a failed campaign. Another great feature of Teespring, and I love this keeps me doing more and more shirts, is the cash flow end of it. You get paid when the campaign ends. So when the campaign ends and all these different people have put in their credit card numbers, when it ends, they all get charged. So the money's there. The money's there to print the shirt, the money's there to pay you. So this payment cycle is actually really fast. So 5 business days, a lot of times less. And this, again, keeps me coming back doing more and more shirts. People on the platform, so kind of who makes up the customers in Teespring. This is how I view it. There's probably a heck of a lot more than these, but marketers are definitely one of the segments on there. These folks are profit driven, so they design shirts, put them up, target them. A lot of times they'll be running advertising to these shirts to sell them, and they're looking to make the middle or make a profit on their shirts. There's fundraising that goes on. This could be dog shelters or various causes. I've seen little league teams, whether that's football or baseball or whatever, get their shirts printed on these. And I've seen reunion shirts done as well. So there's kind of a fundraising component that goes to this. I've seen artists on here, and they're really doing it to get their work out there and exposed. They want eyeballs on their art. Then I've also seen celebrities that want to leverage their brand. And by celebrities, it could be people on YouTube with a giant YouTube channel. It could be someone with a Twitter page that they want to monetize, a Facebook page, or it could be, like a true movie star type of celebrity or a country music singer. So a lot of, different people use Teespring day in and day out to make money, raise money, get exposed, and to leverage their brands out there. So let's go take a look at Teespring. Here's the website, teespring.com. You'll see up in the top here, you can actually search for apparel if you're looking for ideas, refer a friend, get started now. But basically this get started now will lead to the same place, which is the designer. I'll open it up in another window. If you already have an account, you just log into your account. You can look at all your different campaigns. Here's some example or featured campaigns that are currently running. We have some reviews here. And then down at the bottom, is all sorts of information, whether it's the blog or jobs available, privacy policy. But the one thing I want to point out down here is a lot of times I may get a question from a customer on where's my order or what's going on with it. Right here is a nice track order functionality that they can go in and put in their number, and it tells them exactly where it's at in the process. Now I opened up this other link. Let's take a look at it. This is the designer, and we're going to go through this in depth, but it's as simple as 1, 2, 3, and you can launch a campaign. Also in the designer, you can absolutely check out your pricing and kind of know everything beforehand before you ever launch. So that's it. Just kind of a general overview on teespring.com. We'll move on through the rest of the videos. If you have any questions at all, contact Teespring and they'd be happy to help.